On Tuesday, May 12th, a recap of The Young and the Restless revealed that Matt and Patty had formed a new alliance, and Lily threatened Phyllis. The summary for the episode of The Young and the Restless Y&R, that aired on Tuesday, May 12th, shows that Matt Clark, Roger Howarth, and Patty Williams, Stacey Heideck, will establish an intriguing connection, and that Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, will give Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, a warning. Lily will deliver Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn cookies as a way of expressing her gratitude to him for becoming Malcolm Winters, Shamar Moore, bone marrow donor when they are traveling on the train. Now that Lily has regained her composure and realized that she was being crazy over the trip to New York, there will be some discussion regarding the possibility of Kane doing his treatment in Genoa City. Kane is going to admit that the scenario with the falsified emails is a horrible one. However, he was prepared to sign Newman back over to Victor until Phyllis wrecked the agreement. On the following episode of Young and the Restless, which will air on Tuesday, Holden Novak, played by Nathan Owens, will visit and talk about Malcolm with Kane, while Lily will corner Phyllis in her office. There will be a warning from Lily that Phyllis should make it abundantly apparent to the district attorney that Kane is not responsible for the takeover of Newman. It is certain that Lily will have the conviction that Phyllis will be punished for her misdeeds, but she will not allow Phyllis to bring Kane down with her. Phyllis will continue to argue that the proof is manufactured, and she will question what Lily plans to do in the event that she does not comply with the requirements. Lily will make a threat to deconstruct Phyllis on her own, and she will harness all of the animosity that her mother, Drusilla Winters Victoria Rowell, had for her. Phyllis will not appear to be concerned, but Lily will not believe that Phyllis intends to have her as an adversary. During the course of Crimson Lights, Patty will be confronted by Billy Abbott, played by Jason Thompson, who will encourage her to leave the city in order to prevent more humiliation. Patty, on the other hand, will make plans to find a method to deal with Diane Jenkins Abbott, Susan Walters, and she will be confident that Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, will see that she has changed along with the other people in Genoa City. Diane is going to be overjoyed about Sally Spectra's, Courtney Hope, ring and the impending arrival of their child when she attends society. If Diane continues to assert that she is on Sally's side when it comes to the Abbotts, Sally will eventually accept the awkwardness that has arisen as a result of Diane's separation from Jack. It will be impossible for Diane to find a way to move on from the grief and fury that she is still battling with. Diane will become a little bit insulted, and Sally will wonder whether this issue has caused Diane to feel as though she is not worthy of being treated. When Sally explains that she has sometimes battled to feel like she deserved wonderful things because of her own past, she will use this to make things more pleasant for everyone. Diane will be grateful to Sally for making an effort to help her, even though she will not be aware of how similar their situations actually are. In the event that Billy arrives, he will reveal some unsettling information regarding his most recent encounter with Patty. At the same time as Sally will be concerned about Patty's potential for harm, Billy will support her in this concern and act as though Diane ought to be scared. In addition, Billy will inquire as to whether Diane truly desires to allow Patty to emerge victorious, and he will make an effort to encourage her to move on from her problems with Jack. Nikki Newman, played by Melody Thomas Scott, will appear at the GCAC and join Jack, who will be feeling down in the doldrums until she joins him. Jack will appear to be skeptical that Diane will ever be happy to see him again when he complains about the difficulties he is experiencing in his marriage. In spite of the fact that Jack is still dealing with all of the Diane turmoil, Nikki will reassure him that she is always pleased to see him and will console him. After Nikki has brought up the fact that Matt is like a cockroach that keeps coming back, she will continue to have optimism that she can make things right with Victor Newman, who is played by Eric Braeden. Jack will not appreciate the fact that Nikki is always the one who gives in, and he will consider the possibility that she ought to come to terms with a new era for herself. Whenever Jack makes a tender gesture toward Nikki by reaching across the table to touch her, Diane would step in and appear distressed since she has witnessed the event. Once she is back with Patty, she will meet up with Matt at the convenience store. Given that Patty would not recognize Matt, he will be curious as to whether or not the name, Matt Clark, has any significance for her. When Patty hears it, she will think that it sounds like an all-American homecoming king, and she will not hesitate to introduce herself to Matt. Matt will assume that Patty's name sounds like a homecoming queen, and as a result, she will question whether this performance is some kind of cheesy pickup thing. Matt, on the other hand, will explain that he was involved in an accident or something, and that he does not recall anything that occurred prior to him arriving at a diner in Las Vegas. Due to the fact that Matt was carrying a keycard for the Genoa City Athletic Club in his pocket, he presented himself to GC in search of information. Matt will come to the realization that people appear to believe he has committed some wrongdoings, and he will attempt to fill in the blanks on his history. As she offers that perhaps they could be of assistance to one another, Patty will appear to be a little bit cheeky. Don't miss out on all the drama on The Young and the Restless, since spoilers suggest that the relationship between Matt and Patty could result in significant problems. CDL is the place to go if you want to stay up to date on the latest Young and the Restless spoilers and news, so pay a visit frequently for additional Y&R information.